I'll never be a grandma. I'll never plan a wedding. I'll never pick out a wedding dress, every mother's dream with her daughter.
Two sisters and GCU students at the wrong place at the wrong time, killed at the hands of a wrong-way driver. It was April of 2017. That's Kelsey and Carly Richardson there. They were traveling on the I-17 near Greenway when a drunk driver left their vehicles unrecognizable. So heartbreaking for this family. Megan, wrong-way crashes, we know, are a huge problem in our state. And here we're seeing the real-time impacts.
ADOT telling me it was a string of these wrong-way crashes, Nick, like this one, that pushed them to look for a solution. And they used technology to do it. Operation Safe Roads investigating how thermal detection cameras are advancing Arizona.
In the dark of night, the only warning comes far too late. Headlights beaming through the windshield of an unsuspecting driver. And the scenes of crumpled cars, often in the overnight early morning hours, a nightmare. Many first responders, family members just can't wake up from.
We really couldn't take it anymore. We needed to do something.
ADOT's Doug Ninsel says conversations began, wondering what could be done to try and warn law enforcement and commuters about wrong-way drivers entering the freeway.
This is one of the thermal cameras, and they would go unnoticed by a lot of drivers.
And they look to technology to help.
It's incredible to me, too, how small these are,
right.
But the big eyes that they put all across the roadway.
It is amazing. Something this small can then have a focus across a pretty wide array or across the entire expanse of an off-ramp or even the lanes of the freeway itself.
Normally, thermal cameras were used for traffic signal sequencing, but also have a feature that can detect a driver entering the roadway in the inverse direction.
The pilot program began back in 2018, the first in the nation to be able to detect wrong-way drivers in real time. The first phase is a 15-mile stretch along the Black Canyon Freeway between the I-10 and the Loop 101.
ADOT says the cameras have detected more than 300 wrong-way vehicles on I-17 since 2018. They say luckily a majority have self-corrected before entering the main line, but it still triggered an immediate alert for first responders to try and catch up with those drivers.
This is all about alerting us down at the Traffic Operations Center and alerting law enforcement.
And that is crucial. An analysis by ADOT found 25% of all wrong-way crashes were fatal in Arizona, compared to just 1% of overall crashes on divided highways. When a wrong-way crash occurs, it is more likely to cause more damage. The cameras aren't the only part of the pilot program. ADOT says they've added larger wrong-way signs and lowered them, even some light-up signs to catch a driver's attention, and added arrows on the pavement. But they haven't been able to duplicate the pilot on other Valley freeways yet.
Well, the good news on this is that on some of our construction projects, we are able to set aside the funds to add thermal cameras at off-ramps within those areas.
ADOT says thermal cameras have been added on the off-ramps following roadwork on the Loop 101 Pima, the new South Mountain Freeway 202, the Loop 101 Price, and cameras are to come as the Broadway Curve Improvement Project continues. ADOT says they have and will continue to work with the Maricopa Association of Governments on funding for more wrong-way prevention measures, and the department wants to stress this is a detection system, not a prevention system, and is not foolproof. Drivers have to make the right decision out in our roadways, with the majority of these wrong-way crashes resulting from impairment.